This is Daniel R. Levi with ReviewStash.com, and today we're going to be doing a quick unboxing of the Noctua NH-D14 heatsink. The box itself is pretty darn large, but when you open it up, you'll see that there is an accessories container, and inside of that accessories compartment, you get all of the cool mounting gear, as well as a few other neat accessories. You'll find inside of the common parts container that Noctua has included their NH-D14 thermal compound, which is very highly rated, an assorted amount of 3-pin adapters, silent fan grommets in case you want to use one of the included fans as a case fan, and a really neat Noctua badge, so you can proudly put that on your case. They have their famous mounting hardware. You get an AMD set, and this is compatible with AM3, AM3 Plus, AM2, AM2 Plus, pretty much everything. You also get an Intel set, and this Intel set is likewise compatible with just about everything. It's incredibly easy to mount, and Noctua promises to allow upgrades to the 2011 platform, so you can get mounting hardware if you switch your heatsink over to a new motherboard. You can find out more about this mounting hardware if you read the full review at the link below. There's also a manual booklet, and you get manuals for both platforms. I've scanned these and I've included them with the review, so you can check them out if you need help with installation or if you've lost your manual. One of my favorite features is that they've included a long screwdriver, and this screwdriver will allow you to easily screw the heatsink, which is a very tall heatsink, into your mounting hardware on your motherboard. So you won't have to go out and try to find a screwdriver long enough, which would probably be impossible anyway. So I'm really happy that Noctua included this. Once you get past all the accessories and you start ripping the box open, there will be a top cardboard compartment. You just have to pull it out. There it is. It keeps your heatsink nice and safe. And then inside of that box, it's a box in a box in a box, sort of boxception, if you will. You'll find another box, and once you pull that out, you're at the actual heatsink box. It's very easy to open. You can see the base through the bottom, so you know how to properly put the heatsink back in. And then you'll find the heatsink itself in all of its glory. And this is a very, very large heatsink. There's a lot more pictures up in the review, but I thought that video would help show just how incredibly large this thing is. You get a 120mm silent Noctua fan on the front, and this is a very high quality fan. This was also reviewed, and you can find that review over at ReviewStash. And then we've also reviewed, and there's also included, Noctua's famous 140mm fan, and this thing pushes air like no other, and it still manages to remain silent. And you also get a little bit of component cooling on your motherboard, because if you can see, the fan clips to the bottom of the mounting plate, so you have all this clearance space here, so you'll be cooling all of the components on your motherboard, your RAM modules, which is definitely cool, literally. Then of course you've got your nicely stealthed cables up to the standards of this great heatsink manufacturer. The base itself, let's remove the plastic. You can see the finish is a lot better than some of the finishes I've seen on heatsinks that I've reviewed. It's not absolutely perfect. You can see some of the blemishes there and some of the lines and a bit of the grain, but it's pretty darn smooth. You're definitely not going to really need to lap this heatsink base. I'm really impressed with it. And then of course the monstrous amount of just crazy thick heat pipes on this. I mean, this heatsink is absolutely massive. To put it into perspective, I have my HTC Sensation phone, which is a pretty standard size Android device. And then here it is next to this gigantic heatsink. So you can see, definitely a cool piece of metal. You've got silent fan mounting hardware right there. It'll prevent vibration, really nice. And if you're interested in running 3 140mm fans on this, because you can always stack another fan right here, email Noctua and they'll send you the mounting hardware for one more fan, so you can seriously run 3 140mm fans on this one heatsink, along with the fan in the back of your case. And the cooling power is just pretty hard to beat. If you have any questions about this particular heatsink, be sure to comment and let me know. And if you're interested in reading more about it, want to see the manual, some more pictures and benchmarks, be sure to check out reviewstash.com. I've put the link to the full review up in the YouTube descriptions. So thanks for watching and have a great day.